Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason. I am a channeler and I'm coming on for a daily dose of hope, day 106, 106. And what a daily dose of hope is just that. I come on to give a daily dose of hope because my guides have told me that the energies on our planet are starting to increase and things are going to get a little bit wacky when they are, as they already have been. And so I'm just coming on to just help to stabilize everyone. Um, and let's see. So, Pocket of Peace, sorry, Daily Dose of Hope has three parts. It has a Pocket of Peace at the end, which is a guided meditation. And then we have a channeling. And then we also have a little bit of a talk about some of the energies that are out there now. So nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. And so let's get right into it. So, today, what I wanted to talk about was. So I think after yesterday's pocket of peace, I was feeling much better. It really it worked. It really worked really well, and it carried me through most of today. But then, like at the end of the day, something shifted in the energy, and I don't know what happened, but I felt it was like this definite um, shift in energy. Something kind of shifted and changed, and I thought, oh my god! And I didn't know what to do because I was actually I was working when it happened, and I thought I could feel it, like oh, this kind of shift in the energy happened, and I could sense that my energy that I was kind of off balance. It knocked me off balance, but I didn't know, what to do about it. Um, so yeah, so I want to talk about that a little bit, that energy, and I want to talk about crystals a bit too. Yeah, so here we go. So Patty, hey, good morning, good evening, good morning for you. Woohoo! It's early over there. Yeah, so right now it's 8 o'clock um, on a Friday night. Where are we at? June 14th? Yeah, June 14th. On a very muggy, it was very hot today, almost in the 90s. Phew, I think it was in the night. It was about 33 degrees Celsius, and I forget what that is in Fahrenheit. Um, so yeah, so okay, I'll just talk about the crystals first. So last night I had a really wonderful sleep, and I haven't had a good sleep in a while. But I brought my crystal along. I have this big selenite crystal. You can probably see it behind me. It's right over there, right there. And so I put it by my bed. And last night I decided to program it. I was like, okay, selenite crystal, I want to have a really good night's sleep tonight. I just want to feel so well rested, okay, in the morning, and it worked. So I, and so today, after so when I started feeling that energy shift in the temperature of the room, a very distinct shift in the temperature, and kind of felt like goosebumps on your body. That was the feeling, and I thought, oh, this is not good. But I wasn't in a situation where I could start like kind of like singing my chakras and stuff like that. I was in one of those places where I have to kind of act normal, so or as normal as I can. Um, but yeah, and so in my mind I was asking my crystal, my selenite crystal, I was like, all right, you gotta help me with this. You gotta protect me from whatever this is, or help me to get rid of it, whatever it is. And the reason I say that is because um, it seems as though all of the places that I've been called to work at need a lot of clearing. And so I've been actively clearing those places. And so I don't know if there was something related to that. But yeah, so it's one of the things I've realized is that all the places that I've been called to work at, they're all, yeah, there's a reason why. And something to consider, I think, for many of us too, as light workers, that uh, we think we're in a place we don't really know why. Like on the surface level, it makes sense, but on a grander level, like what am I doing here? What? I don't fit in. Just I'm kind of I stick out like a sore thumb. I don't really have like a place or a niche or a community. It's just I'm in that sense. So just it's not, and that's when, like, a few years ago, I started being able to see, and I started realizing all of the energy that was here. I had no idea. I mean, I knew that there was that peaceful energy, but I had no idea how much stuff was here, how many uh, at all the shrines and the temples, all this different stuff about the dragons. I had no idea, and that was why I was here. It's, oh, that's why I'm here. It took me 20, 3 or 4 years to figure that out, but I guess I'm pretty slow. So, so what I'm trying to say is that where you are, you're there for a very, very special purpose, and you will learn that purpose as time goes on. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. You'd be somewhere else. And so that's what so even workplaces, you think, what am I doing here? And you're here for a reason. So maybe you're there for light working, maybe you're there for helping others get through some things. So yeah. And it gives so much more meaning to life as well. You start to realize, oh, there's so much more to this than just what meets the eye. And yeah. So, oh, and hey, Judy. All right. We got Judy and Patty. Hello, hello. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today, just that shifting in energy. And I wish I was a masterful, energy worker so that any time that shift in the energy happened, I could immediately shift it and change it. But it takes me time. Like I came home and it knocked me out. I was so like just tired and passed out for, I'm not passed out, but I kind of fell asleep for a while and just felt drained, for the longest time. And then finally I was able to do my meditations and finally got my energy back. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's how it works. I guess everyone's different. So, but yeah, so I'd like to go into the channeling today, and I'd like to ask, yeah, if they have any advice about that. About so for first about the place that we're in, and second about any advice on clearing, easier ways to clear things, and hmm, yeah, I mean, I guess even asking that question, what comes into my mind is that I think like I was clearing it, but then that's what tired me out so much. Like just that energy. I was using my chakra systems to kind of clean the energy. But yeah, I mean that can knock you out. It can make you pretty tired. So yeah. So let me just go in and so here we go. June 14th, 2024. Let's ask for the message for today. Here we go. Hmm. Greetings, we are that one that you know of as Yeshua. And we're here to give you a message of light and a message of love, which are the only messages available. What is happening on your planet at this moment is, as has been talked about before on this channel and on many, many other channels, that you are all going through a transitory process. You are going through a transition from one frequency into another frequency, into one way of holding your consciousness, into another way of holding your consciousness, into one paradigm, from one paradigm to another. And this shift is quite a big shift because it is a shift of perspective. And so the what is around you will is not necessarily shifting, but what is shifting is you and the earth are shifting your perspective of what is around you so that you can see things from a wider perspective. And that is what is happening. So it isn't at it isn't per se that things are really changing. It is that your perception is changing. And that is what frequency is all about. It is all about where you are viewing something from. From what vantage point are you viewing something? And that is your perspective. And that is also your frequency. That is where your frequency is. And that is how you can shift your frequency more easily by shifting your vantage point. So, this being in the situation that he was in, the easiest way for him to shift the frequency, if he felt a change in the frequency, is to shift his vantage point, to not look at it as from the viewpoint of a human in a room, but to look at it as a spirit, as a part of God, as love incarnate, and to view it from that perspective. Just viewing it from that perspective will shift and change the frequency as it exists, because anything that is seen from a higher perspective will be imbued with light and will be imbued with love and will not be able to sustain the lower frequency that it was in. And so that is what we would say is the easiest way to change your viewpoint. By changing your viewpoint, you change your frequency. And that is what is happening. And that is what you are all doing. You are starting to change your viewpoints, your view of what life means on this planet, of what your life and your relation to this planet means. And that is what is happening, is a big shaking up, you might say, of everything. And that is what you've been living through these past few years. And there is more shaking up to be done, because all of you need to reassess and re-understand your connection to this planet, and understand that you are so much more powerful, and you're so much bigger than you could ever imagine. And that is what is happening on this planet. We are that one that you know as Yeshua, and we wish you so much love in all of this process. And we are here with you at all times, helping you whenever you need our help. We are here. Mm. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. I'm gonna have to try that next time. That sounds very much easier than pulling out my crystal bowls and singing. Just shift your perspective. Yeah. Wow. That's pretty powerful stuff. Whew, yeah. He's yeah, very emotional when he comes through. All right. So today, let's do a pocket of peace um, for shifting our perspective. And Patty, you say, love that insight. Yeah, yeah. What an insight, right? Yeah, definitely. And so easy in that sense. I mean, sometimes it can't be easy, but in that sense, all you have to do is just take a step back and shift your perspective and see things from a higher perspective. And yeah. So let's do that. Let's see everything from a higher perspective. Um, so first of all, I'd like you guys to just take a few deep breaths and just get centered. There's nothing that you need to say. There's nowhere that you need to go. You are there. You're already where you need to be, and you are in love, and that is what you really are made of. So just feel that love. You're loved exactly the way you are. You're perfect the way you are. Just bask in that energy and that love. And then just expand it out into your room or into the place that you're in, then out into the city, out into the county, out wherever it is that you are, and then out into the whole world. Imagine people walking down the street just feeling this love, and just stopping what they're doing for a few seconds and saying, yeah, I'm okay. Everything's going to be fine. I'm perfect the way I am. I'm loved, and I am love, and I'm in love. And there's nothing that I need to do or say. There's nothing that I need to regret from the past. There's nothing I need to worry about in the future. I'm just here right now in this beautiful time to be alive. I'm just breathing, and it feels so good. It's almost a state of ecstasy just to feel this love. And then I'd like you to add to this another ingredient to this pocket of peace. I'd like you to add the ingredient for everyone, for you and everyone included in the whole world. Just in this second, they're taking a step back, and they're changing their perspective. They're looking at who they are, not from the ground view, not from the street view, but from a higher perspective, from a perspective of love. And they're seeing themselves, and they're seeing their trajectory on their life blueprint, their life path. And they're seeing all of the things that stand in their way, and they're seeing them all just disappear, because they're seeing with love, and all things that are seen with love that are not holding love will disappear. So seeing all the blocks, all of the sicknesses, all of the things that are in their way just disappear, and their path is clear and clean. And anytime anyone on this planet ever feels this feeling, it's up there now. We've uploaded this into the mass consciousness. They can download this, or their guides can download this, and they can use this to deal with any kind of energy, any kind of dilemma, any kind of problem they are. This is a pocket of peace to help you deal with shifting your perception to the perception of love, to the perception that you are one with God and that you're not really here. And by doing that, you shift the whole situation into one of love. All right. We ask that this pocket of peace continues until the next time we do one. And everyone understand that this is your pocket of peace. You can create this, or you can just use this energy that we've created today. And, and if you want to use, just pull that out of your pocket and just use it. So, all right, guys. So thank you very much for joining in. Thanks, Judy, and thanks, Patty. I hope you guys are having a good time, a hopeful time. And yeah, I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, Patty, definitely see you tomorrow. And yeah, so I hope you guys are hopeful. And yeah, so ciao.